So when you focus through your decisions, your judgments, your computations, your conclusions on that one answer, everything, the universe stops moving going, okay, well, you got it. We're done.
Right. I remember years and years and years ago, many years ago, actually it was a teacher. I was like in 6th grade or something, and I was fighting for my answer, you know. And she said, even if you are right, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy?
Oh.
And obviously I've never forgotten that. And I actually, like, tears came to my eyes, and I was like, I want to be happy.
Exactly,
you know?
it's true.
And I remember that so well.
And
so I've gone for all those doors.
You were profound even then, because this reality is much more. They'd rather be right. I don't care who I step over. I would rather be right. And for me, it's the funniest thing, because I was that person. I was that person. I was right. All the rest of y'all are wrong, and I can prove it to you. I can prove to you how wrong you are. Now, I have absolutely no problem saying you're right. I had a situation the other day at work where this woman was just crazy. She was off the chart. I was watching her bounce around like Tigger. It was amazing. And she fired off this email to God and everybody. And after I got it, I had 2 responses. You're right, and everything else remains the same. Shut her down. She didn't know what to do. She was all discombobulated, and it was really funny. And again, that's as a result of me knowing that doesn't take anything away from me to say you're right. Because that's what you're fighting for. You're fighting to be right. That's a whole lot more energy than for me to say, you're right, I'm wrong, I'm okay. I mean, how liberating is that? I remember the first time Gary did that exercise, he said, 10 times I want you to say, you're right and I'm wrong, you're right. And at first I was like, this is crap, that's not working for me. And then the more I said it, the lighter it became. I was like, well, that was really strange. But yeah, we lock into that position, and again, that stops the possibilities from showing up because we've now locked into that. Whereas if I say you're right and I'm wrong, now everything else shows up however it can.
It's so limiting. It's just so limiting. You know, it's like those doors. Like, just ignore all those doors and go right for the one straight ahead of you. And what you miss, what you miss out on when you do that is life-changing.
Yeah. Not to mention how heavy that is, because you're going to go there. Whereas if I just kind of fling open that door...
That's why it's so fun to be totally self-expressed, is because I know sometimes I'm in situations and I don't care where I am, who's around me, you know, and I'll just say what I want to say and be who I want to be. And what opens up in the conversations and the communication, and it's so real. I mean, it's the only word I could think of. It's so authentic and it's so real. And
it's
that
satisfying.
to me, I was going to say that to me is so satisfying. So, and one of the things I love about Access so much as well, and clearing those bars is, like you said, it clears the slate. And you guys, that's it. That's what's holding us back. It's what we accepted and decided about ourselves, or even what I like to say is what we made up about ourselves that was never really true in the first place.
Absolutely.
Clearing all of that, just imagine what's possible when you can step into a, wait a minute, who am I? Well, I used to think I was unlovable, and the outcome of my life, thinking that thought, was I was alone. You know, I used to think I was stupid.
I was depressed. It was crappy.
And nobody wanted to be around me. Well, go figure. If you're thinking you're unlovable, then you are.
Exactly.
So to change that to I'm lovable, what are the possibilities? What's available to you when you open that up? Relationship, communication, joy, bliss, good feelings, authenticity.
The mantra of Access is, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, second tidbit. If you say all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory 10 times in the morning and 10 times at night, within 3 days you will notice this huge shift.
I'm going to write that across the screen, sir.
I already have it on my screen.
Yeah, I want everybody to write that down. So I'm going to, you're saying that, I'm going to put it right across the screen.
All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. I'm telling you, just saying that simply changes energetically what could happen. And this is one of the best things I love about Access. One of the best things. And you can tell me your thoughts on this. When I ask the questions, whatever they are, doesn't matter that I have an answer.
We don't have to know. We always think we have to know the itty-bitty little details and analyze it and criticize it and go over and over it in our mind. But that's what I loved about this session and about Access and clearing the bars. It's almost instantaneous. It feels really good.
Yes.
And you've got that blank slate to start out with. And it's not about 27 years of therapy. And who cares where it came from? It's gone and I get to get on with my life.
So let's talk about that clearing statement. It is, you can write this down. It won't make any sense, but just listen to me for right now. This world operates in polarity. You've got right and wrong, good and bad, black and white, up and down, left and thing right. And the Access statement works at putting you at what Dr. Hugh Lin would call zero state. The place of neutrality. The place of allowance. So I love it when he exhales. So the clearing statement is right and wrong, good and bad, all nine, pot and pock, shorts, boys and beyonds. So when I ask a question like, what would it take for you to know that you're an infinite being? Everything that doesn't allow that to show up for you, we destroy and uncreate it times a gazillion, right and wrong, good and bad, all nine, pot and pock, shorts, boys and beyonds. He laughs. I do too. That clears whatever the energy was attached to it. Doesn't matter that you don't have an answer. Doesn't matter that you don't know. Actually, Access's take on that is that a mind is a great thing to waste. Waste it.
I know when people say, I feel like I'm losing my mind, I'm like,
good.
A+.
Yes. Yes. Access says that you are where you are as a result of the choices that you've made because you were thinking through them all. You were thinking and burning up that brain. So we say burn it up, we say waste it, we say get rid of it. If it's light for you, it's right and it always has been. If it's heavy, it's someone else's stuff that you are taking on that's really not yours. So everything that doesn't allow you to know what's yours by being light and what's heavy, we destroy and uncreate that times a gazillion, right and wrong, good and bad, all nine, pot and pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay.
Pretty wonderful. But when I was reading through for some of your material, you had an acronym, and I thought it was so great. So I want you to tell all of us, what is WIFM?
WIFM. WIFM is what's in it for me. The WIFM of Access is that knowing that for the great majority of your life, you were only operating on 98%.
It's big. That's really big.
To go from just eking by on 2% to allowing yourself to have more of you be that 5%, 10%. Because there are times when I'll work with people and I'll say, when I do the clearing statement, and I said, so are you willing to destroy and uncreate that? Some people say no. I say, well, are you willing to destroy and uncreate 5%, 10%? You tell me what percentage you're willing to allow you to be. And then we work from that point. And when they're ready to accept more, then we'll go and we'll find more. So whenever I see people choosing to have a limited perception or a limited view, I understand that that's their choice. And I could do a whole lot of things, but it really doesn't matter. It's always your choice. And whenever you're ready for something more, then I'm ready to help you get there, and we can both get a little bit more. So that's the real WIFM.
So how do people find out more about you? And I know we talked about that you're going to be teaching a class. So when's the class happening?
The next class is going to be July 23rd. At this point, I still have it scheduled for Los Alamos, New Mexico, which is where I live. Beautiful mountainous areas.
Los Alamos.
The 23rd of July is what I'm looking at. And lots of information. I guarantee you, though, that, again, you'll walk in one way and walk out another.
So is there some way people can find out more about this? Do you have a website?
I do. If you would go to the triple W's, www.accessconsciousness.com. I am the only Beverly on the website, so you'll see facilitators, and just look up Beverly, and then there I am. You can go to my website and connect with me there. I'd love to talk with everyone and find more of you, because I am as good as it gets. I'm just loving it. Every moment is so new. You've heard that thing about living in the present, that this is the present. This is truly the
Be
present.
here now.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the gift. And imagine being the infinite being that we've always been and allowed to be that person. Instead of, again, bending, folding, stapling, cutting off ourselves to be normal. There is nothing normal about you or
What
me.
is normal
Yeah. There's
anyway,
nothing normal about either
Thank
of us.
God.
Thank God. And I wouldn't change. Oh, Buddha, I don't care.
Yeah, right. Krishna.
Krishna, we thank all of you.
Thank you, Amma.
Yeah, thank you for showing us all that we can be us. And I wouldn't change any of that. I just wouldn't. And I'm thankful for you, for the show, for bringing people together the way that you do. Because I exhale every time I see you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, what a joy. I am so glad you came on the show, and I'm glad that I got to learn more about this, because when you came to the expo and you had your little setup in the back, and I'm like, I have to get over there. I have to see what she's doing.
And you were so everywhere else.
I
was
know,
like,
I was
bless
so
his
busy,
heart, he's
you know.
trying. He's trying.
So here's the deal. If you want to be more of who you really are and experience more joy, prosperity, well-being, good feelings, then you need to check this out. You know, you really need to check this out. If you want to hear more or learn more about me or have any questions for me or the show, you can go to www.mitchfriedman1.com. That's Mitch Friedman, the number 1.com. Or www.itsyourmindthatmatters.com. And thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope you all had as good a time as we had today. And Beverly, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
And for coming down from Los Alamos, the mountains, beautiful mountains.
The hill.
And yeah, so thanks again. Have a wonderful evening and blessings.